Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 1570 Oak, number 708. This is one of the smaller studios or efficiencies. We're located in downtown Evanston near the post office, and we basically walk right into the living area. It's a good size, for a smaller studio, this is a good size living area. I think it's about 14 and a half or so feet long by 12 feet. Well, it's got to be more like 11 and a half feet across. The windows are facing south, which is really nice. There's a ceiling fan, which helps. If we walk in, you see he's got a two-person table, which I think is brilliant. If we walk into the apartment, we see that we're higher, we're on the 7th floor, and we're above the surrounding buildings. So I wouldn't say we have a spectacular view, but we definitely have spectacular light. And from the window, if we go back towards the front door, that first opening is a huge closet, huge walk-in closet with a bathroom off of it. And the second is the kitchen. So let's walk back, and this gives you an idea from the windows what the apartment looks like. The apartment is carpeted. The carpet will be cleaned. If it can't be cleaned, it'll be replaced. So before we go into this big closet with the bathroom off of it, we'll go take a look at the kitchen. The kitchen is for sure a smaller kitchen, but there is a shelf for a microwave. There's 4 cabinets above, a little bit of counter space, an apartment-sized stove, and a little bit of cabinetry below. The refrigerator is recessed into the wall, and that will show up when we look at the closet. And it's a smaller fridge, but everything is geared towards one person, which is nice. So we'll start by looking at the fridge, and we see the freezer on top. Whoops, the daisy. And underneath we have the shelves and the crisper drawers. And on the right side we also have the shelves. So it's actually quite a bit of space for one person, which is great. If I swing around, we see the stove. Now this is a smaller stove, but it's 4 burners on top. And plenty of room for a pizza or anything else you're going to do underneath. And of course all of this will be cleaned. We have a stainless steel sink, and the water pressure in this building is outstanding. There's also a hose attachment for dishes. Underneath is nice and dry and can be used for storage. Drains beautifully. And if I show you the cabinets above, we have 2 sets of these cabinets. They're 2 feet high, and with 3 shelves, and the shelves are about 10 inches deep. And again, it's an occupied apartment, so picture it painted and cleaned. It'd be very nice. And we have a second set of cabinets here. The current tenant is a very nice guy and is a candidate for a PhD, so that's pretty cool. There's a drawer between the stove and the sink. There's a drawer and another little cabinet that's really made for pots and pans. It's much deeper, so you could put cookie sheets or pans or even appliances in there. I'm going to step out of the kitchen just for a second, give you a quick look at the living room again for reference, and then look back at the kitchen. There's the dishwasher, and again you have this shelf, which is really handy, and a shelf above the microwave as well. There are the cabinets we saw, the stove, the stainless steel sink, and then you have ceramic tile, or rather laminate tile floor. So if we walk in again toward the windows, and the windows are nice big windows, so you get a lot of light. We have this huge closet, very much a walk-in closet. I've seen people put desks and chairs in this room, so like where he has a suitcase, you could easily put a small desk and a chair You see right here where he's got that like shelf area, that actually is the inset for the fridge. But there are shelves all the way around the closet, as well as a hanging bar and hooks. So this area is quite big. It's probably easily 6 feet across and 6 feet deep. I mean, a little deeper than it is across, so it's not square, but it's a big space. The bath is a standard vintage bath with a pedestal sink and what I call it's a Sloan valve. It's an industrial valve, but it works really well, creates a lot of pressure, so there's never toilet backup ever. There's a medicine cabinet, like I said, pedestal sink. The windows are still facing south. The shower area has towel bar. It could be cleaned a little. The only thing I'd point out is that the shower head is a little bit lower. It's probably about 5 feet 10 inches high. But otherwise, it's a nice clean space. And what's most important is the water pressure. So let's check that. And we'll just check the hot water. Oops. I wasn't ready for that. It came out on the top. But you can see and you can hear that it's very good water pressure. I'm expecting it to come out from the tub. That's governed by this little thing here, which I should have noticed is set back. So I'll leave it the way I found it and shut this off. But everything drains out beautifully. So again, it's not a huge space. It's about standard for a vintage bath. The only thing I didn't show you was the medicine cabinet, which I will do. And you have a light fixture right above the mirror, so that's really helpful. So we'll come out of the bathroom. Again, you see that you have quite a bit of space just going across this closet area. And we come out. We take one more look at the living room, the south-facing windows. Ceiling fan, this is obviously a twin bed, but you could easily get a queen-size bed. He has a workstation, a little eating area. The kitchen is just to the right as we walk towards the front door. And that brings us back to the front door. Thank you for watching.